My name is Nathan Taylor. The basic idea I'm going to show you in this video is how to add the spin buttons. These spin buttons will allow us to quickly adjust variables while we're computing financial scenarios. And having these spin buttons will make it so that we can conveniently toggle or skip from one increment to the next while our graph will reflect a real-time update. Now we'll need to add the spin buttons, adjust the size, and set up the properties. Now the first thing we'll have to do is to add our developer tab up here to our ribbon. And we notice here in the ribbon there's only 7 tabs up here right now. We need to add the developer tab to be sitting up here next to the view tab. The way we do that is we scroll over to the start button, scroll down to Excel options, and we notice it right here where it says show developer tab in the ribbon. You just go ahead and click that, and now it should be fine. We'll just go ahead and click OK. And we notice the developer tab has now popped up right where we need it to be. Now we just click on developer and we scroll over to insert, and then the one we're looking for is this spin button right here under ActiveX control. So I'm going to left click on that. Now as I hold down on Alt, what I'm going to do is put it right here in C3, and you see how it selects that entire cell, so that's going to size it for me. And then I let go with my right click before I let go of the Alt button. Now it's going to stay the right size for me here in C3. What I actually want to do though is move it up here to C2. And if I try and click and drag it without holding Alt, it's going to let me place it anywhere. I want to hold down on the Alt button though this time, and this time it's going to force it into one of the corners of the cell, as you see. So that's going to put it right there in C2 for me, right where I want it to be. Now the next thing I need to do is just right click, and then I'm going to scroll to properties, and that's going to pull up my properties menu right here. There's some things I'm going to be adjusting here in the properties menu. The first thing I want to adjust is this one right here that says linked cell. Now this is in C2. I want it to be linked to B2. Okay, so what I'm going to click here is B2. 2. Now it's locked in for the linked cell. The next thing I want to adjust is the maximum. We're going to set that at 1 million because we're not going to do any purchasing for more than $1 million on the project. The next thing is the minimum. I'm going to set at 0. It's already actually set there at 0. But you know, we want to change it to 10,000. Let's just change it to 10,000. That way we know that there's not going to be anything less than $10,000 spent on one project. For a small change, now this is where we're going to affect our increments, because every time we click on it once, that's going to represent the change of one increment. So we're going to set our small change again to 10,000. Okay, and the net value, we'll just leave that at 10,000 for right now, and that'll be just fine. Now if I go ahead and click on the X right here, that'll close the properties menu, and we should be all set. As we go back to our developer tab, we can click off the design mode, and now we can see that it's working. If I click the button up, we see that our labor is going up. As I click it down, we see that the labor is going down as well, and it's stuck at the bottom of the 10,000. That's what the minimum was that we set it to. If we want, we can go in here and set this for a dollar amount, take out the decimal points, and now we formatted our cell just the way we want it to.